Good morning. It's January the 25th, 2018. Time to kick off another trading day. Hypothetical simulated performance results have certain limitations. Unlike an actual performance record, simulated results do not represent actual trading. Also, since the trades have not been executed, the results may be better overcompensate for the impact of any of certain market factors, such as lack of liquidity. Simulated trading programs in general are also subject to the factor design with the benefit of hindsight. No representations being made that any account will or is likely to achieve profit or losses similar to those shown. Okay, today completes the 7-year, completes the auction cycle with a 7-year. 3-year was a very, very strong auction, yet the market sold. We thought the 5-year would sell the market and that we would have a sideways to higher market for the 7-year auction. And you can see that the low was set in Globex. We've come higher even though the Emini is rallying. The biggest news today will be the ECB rate announcement. And the rates are expected to be left unchanged. They'll be looking for forward guidance on when they think they might raise interest rates and what will they do with their balance sheet. And also, what do they think about the value of the euro dollar? So there's some factors there, but the rates are expected to be unchanged. Trump's comments, Mnuchin's comments, Wilbur Ross's comments moved the markets big time yesterday. Mnuchin overnight reiterated that he favors a weak dollar. That won't help treasuries. We'll see what Trump has to say today. He's expected to be heavily promoting and selling the idea of doing business in America, and likely to be supported for the stock market. I don't think it hurts the treasuries, but I don't think it'll be directly supported for treasuries. We have news today, 240K for jobless claims. New home sales, 680, can come in lower than forecast. Housing numbers have been a little bit weak. LEI plus 0.5. No one pays any attention to it. Nat gas, last week it drew minus 183. Probably a lower number this week, but only the natural gas players will pay attention to that. And KC Fed, manufacturing at 14. I don't know if we have a news focus. You'd have, new home sales. I mean, it's a piece of hard news. I don't think anybody pays attention to jobless claims anymore, nor to LEI. LEI will become more important as interest rates go higher. It'll come back into focus, but the market will pay a little bit more attention to them. Okay, we have the overnight session high of 13.5, so the first sell is 13 to 17. I'd like to get it done next to 16 if possible. Then 19 to 23 for sell 2. On the buy side, 3 to 7, buy 1. And we'll make 29 to 01, buy 2. Looking at the 30-year. Gosh, no football this weekend. Guess it'll be a basketball weekend for most people that still watch sports. Okay, we'll make 49 to 04, number 1. Sell 7 to 11, sell 1. Trading range, we're coming off the bottom end of it. It's going to be easier for the bond to trade higher than it will be for the 30-year, 15 to 19, sell 2. On the buy side, 2024, number 1. 13, 17, buy 1. 5 to 9, buy 2. Gold was off a little bit overnight. That 1365 area is pretty important. They went up and they got stops above the previous high over the last 180 days, and they brought it back down. So Frankfurt high is 62. Last rotate up was 59.40, so 59, 61, sell 1. 64, 66, sell 2. On the buy side, we'll make it 54, 56, buy 1. 50, 52, buy 2. Okay, the euro's awfully high. We know that the European Central Bank would like to see the euro lower so they can export more goodies outside of the European Union. 124 75 right now is probably the best resistance. So we were so close to 125, I thought we might get stops above 125. We've been pointing to it, but we didn't. The top of value is right at 75. We're at 50 right now. Got a high of 57, then a high of 61, then a high of 69. So we'll make 60 to 70. Sell 1. 90 to the buck, sell 2. Like to get it done at 75 or better. Value area high. Pick up this red zone right there. 25 to 30 buy 1. 35 buy 1. 24 even. 24.10 buy 2. The press conference is at 8:30 Eastern. The rate announcement, they're expecting the rates to be unchanged. Press conference, Draghi can move the market 1 to 3 points, depending on what he says. I doubt if he'll say anything today that moves it that much, but you never know. So 1 point certainly. And when he says something and the market starts to move directionally, it moves. It will trend. So we'll have a pretty good indicator of which way the market's going to go. There'll be a whipsaw. He'll say something to the other effect, but that first statement usually gives us the direction of the euro for the rest of the day. Okay, looking at crude. Strong. Okay, 65, 67 was where the resistance was when we broke from 100. And we did spend some time in here. So right now you'd have to guess as far as minor market numbers go. If we get through 66.50, then 67.50 would be the next minor market numbers. So 25 to 50 is sell 1. That's resistance. 75 to the buck is sell 2. On the buy side, a breakout from 66. So we'll put, and it might be as high as 66 and a quarter right now. So we'll make 65, 75, 66 buy 1. And we'll put a question mark here at 66.20. And then 65 and a quarter, 65.50 buy 2. Crude is strong. They're ignoring the increased production out of the United States. OPEC cheating. Crude is strong because increasing world demand, economic growth. A rising ocean floats all boats, including crude. Okay, the E-minis come back nicely overnight. Like we said yesterday, I mean, the issue on the E-mini is that we have 1 or 2 days of selling and the rally kicks back in. Right now it looks like we had 1 day of selling. So move started in London. Last rotate up yesterday was 51, so 50, 52, sell 1, 54, 56, sell 2. Trump probably will carry the whatever he says today in Davos. Probably is what will swing the market. Pretty good support, 45 area. So 43, 45, buy 1. 39, 41, buy 2. The market has moved quickly. You should have been out of your 28.50 calls into the 28.75s yesterday. Okay, Draghi's coming up at 8:30 Eastern. The press conference rates are expected to be unchanged. We'll see what he has to say. Won't have a lot of impact on the E-mini. Don't believe it will. Be back with you as soon as possible.